Good morning and welcome. My name is Douglas Browning. As chair of the Academic Affairs and Libraries Committee of the University of Pittsburgh Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome everyone to this public meeting. As a preliminary announcement, let me say that this meeting has been duly advertised as a public meeting in accordance with the Sunshine Act and is therefore open to members of the public as observers. Actual participation in the meeting is limited to committee members and to those who have been invited in advance to take part. Due to the restrictions in place in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, the majority of the university's facilities remain closed. Therefore, this meeting is being streamed on YouTube and is also being recorded. The recording will be made available via the Board of Trustees website later this week. As was announced, a quorum of voting members of the Academic Affairs and Libraries Committee is present for the transaction of business at today's meeting. There is one action item before the committee today, and that is to consider proposed amendments to the bylaws of the university relating to new appointment stream, professorial ranks, and terminology. The background statement and resolution for this action item was circulated to the committee in advance of today's meeting. At this time, I would like to call on Ann Cudd, the university's provost and senior vice chancellor, to provide an overview of the recommended amendments. Provost.
Thank you, Doug. So the proposal is to revise Chapter 2, Article 6 of the bylaws to add a new prefix, the word teaching, and to add new ranks, teaching professor, associate teaching professor, assistant teaching professor or teaching instructor, and also professor, associate professor, assistant professor, or instructor of the practice. It's also to change all our references to non-tenure stream to the words appointment stream for faculty who are not eligible for tenure, but rather are reviewed and appointed on a recurring basis. So that's the overview of the change. You need to unmute yourself, please, Chairman.
Are there any questions for the provost? If not, a resolution recommending that the bylaws be amended has been circulated to the committee and is in your meeting materials. May I have a motion and a second on the resolution?
So moved. That was Mary Ellen.
Second.
Thank you, Jeff. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Thank you. The resolution is approved. The proposed revisions to the bylaws will be presented to the Governance and Nominating Committee for its consideration at a public meeting to be held later this year. Subject to approval by the Governance and Nominating Committee, the proposed changes to the bylaws will then be presented to the full board at the fall meeting scheduled for September 25th of this year. I would like to thank the members and representatives of this committee for the work you have done today and over the past year. And on behalf of the committee, we want to thank the provost and her team for the excellent work they are doing during these very challenging times. Is there any new business to be brought before this committee? Hearing none, this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you all and have a pleasant day.
Thank you.